Okay, welcome to another segment of Deep Thought with your special host, me, Drew. Well, it's almost Christmas time, and I haven't done Deep Thought for quite some time. Um, Lots of stuff been going through, but one of the things that popped up was I was on a blog that Neil Donald Walsh does on the net. I can't even remember what it's called, really. um, because I just go on and read it. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's the World Conversation or something. And he was talking about Thanksgiving, and he was saying that Thanksgiving should be abolished, and because it is not about giving thanks for what you've received, but giving thanks for what you should be, what you will receive in the future. Um, Thereby, in his terms, calling it forward, calling it to you, saying and acknowledging that it is there as opposed to it not being there or lack of being there. And I mean, I agree with this. And the the thing that I see, because we are, and when he's talking about this, I suppose I got to go into a little bit of explanation around what he's saying. When you're talking about the creative force and manifestation, I mean, if we look at it from the standpoint of The Secret or Conversations with God, which is Neil Donald Walsh's book, he talks about it, and so does the author of The Secret, talks about understanding what gratitude and living as if you already have it. And that's one of the laws of the universe. In order to be able to create something or to have something be in your life, you have to acknowledge that it is already there. Basically, you are giving thanks for it in advance. You are already thanking and acknowledging that it exists in your life before you ever get it. Now, to a lot of people, this seems a little silly, um, because it's like, well, if I had it, then I would have it, but I obviously don't. Well, if you understand how manifestation works, that thought or the statement that you do not have a thing is something that you are saying you don't have. So what are you manifesting? And what you're manifesting is what you don't have, as opposed to what it is that you want. Because when you want a thing, in accordance to Neil Donald Walsh, but it's also in my experience, because I'm a very good manifester, um, that if you want something, all you are doing is you are manifesting the want of that thing, as opposed to that thing. So if you truly desire something, you have to acknowledge that it already exists in your life, which seems contradictory, but it isn't really. I mean, when you start to learn this concept, or when you start to really own it, um, it happens. How can I describe it? The other day, I was going, oh, I'm not fantastic right now at manifesting lots of money. Like, I'm not a multi-billionaire because there's a part of me that believes that I don't have it. And I understand it. I can even feel it. And so I continue working on it. And eventually I won't even have to work on it because I'll understand that it's already there. Um, but there's still some part of me that doesn't believe that. So, or believes that it's wrong or something like that. So my manifestation doesn't run over into that. But I'm actually feeling it getting better. I'm actually being able to manifest more and more money as I go. But the example that I have was the other day. I was going, oh, geez, I could use another computer in my business. I could use another laptop. And I'm just going, okay, well, I don't have a lot of money right now, so how do I create or get another laptop for cheap? Right? And there's no part of me that thinks that I can't. I don't think that I can't get another laptop for cheap, because it always happens that I will run into a laptop that I can afford, or something will happen that I will get something. And so, because I already know this thing, I already know that it always does. Even though there's still a part of me, little part of me that goes, well, what if I? But there is a confidence that overrides that what if, and that I can't even explain or can't even describe. And so, I mean, not 3 days after I said that, and I was looking online for, cheap computers, and I spotted a couple, but they weren't cheap enough or anything like that. And I just went, oh, okay, well, whatever. I ended up doing some computer work for a guy, and he said, oh, here, I've got this old laptop I'm not using. Did you want it? We were just going to go and send it to the recycle. He said that there was something wrong with it. And of course, I'm a computer tech, so I'm like, oh, that's cool. I brought it home, wiped it clean, tested everything out. Everything worked fine. I tested the drive out on it and everything, and it was perfect. And it works great for me. So, and it's even faster than some of the laptops I already have. So, and that was for nothing. I got it for absolute zero. So, I mean, that was just an example of, because I am so confident on what is going on or what is happening, that it manifests like that. So, again, it's just me giving you an example of that. So what Neale Donald Walsch was talking about was that the thanksgiving should be for what is to come. The knowing that you are going to get it. It's when you start questioning whether or not you're going to get it that you have the problems. It is knowing that you are going to get it. Now, I mean, I've developed this in a couple of different ways, and being grateful for what not only what I have received, because being grateful for what I have received builds confidence that I will receive more. And therein is where I kind of disagree, or not even disagree, where I kind of diverge from Neale Donald's idea of just giving thanks for what is to come. Because I think that giving thanks for, or giving gratitude for what has been also makes me recognize what it is that I can create. And that, in fact, by being grateful for all that has been, allows me to create also all that will be. And so therefore that confidence doppels over into the gratitude of what is to come. And so the thanksgiving, to me, should be not only for the things that we have received, right, but for the things that we will get. And the truth is that if I don't grab this water, the cat will stick its paw in it. But I'm petting the cat. So there's that whole idea of gratitude of what was, as well as what will come. Well, I mean, when it comes right down to it, really, it is all about. I mean, when we're being grateful, we're not really being grateful. I mean, I think that's the truth. I mean, we can say that, like,
pseudo grateful.
Well, I mean, when you're talking about the hypocrisy, you're saying, oh, we're grateful for all this stuff. We get together with our family and we look at our family in that one day, and we have this feeling of gratitude, and or this is just really good food, right?
I was gonna say, which dinner did you attend, honey?
We're hypocrites in the fact that we're grateful for one day, right? It's but I mean, oh Jesus, not even about that, because most people aren't even really grateful on that day. They're like, oh, well, we enjoy being around family and we enjoy the food, and there's no gratitude there.
It's all about food and football.
Food and football. There you go. I mean, there's no real gratitude there.
Oh, some people there is.
I'm sure that there is, and there are some people that are actually really grateful. I mean, I'm actually really grateful almost every day, not every day, but almost every day, for all of the stuff that I have and all of the stuff that I'm going to create. I mean, look at this. I'm creating this tape right now.
It's not a tape.
Well, whatever.
It's memory on an SD card.
Yeah, it's memory on... Oh, I'm creating this memory on an SD card right now. Sorry, please excuse me for... I mean, if we really want to get down to being confident in our lives, I think we have to understand that we do have the keys for all of this, that we do create this stuff. And by the gratitude before and after, by having the gratitude for what has been past. And I mean, when you're talking about gratitude for what's past, not only the crap that's past, because the crap created what it is that you are now, right? And I don't know, I guess if you look at yourself as being bad, then you can look at the crap and say, oh, I'm not grateful for that because I'm bad at the moment.
Yeah, but the crap didn't feel good going through it.
Well, of course not. Never feels good going through it. And I don't know. I mean, if you can only be grateful for the one or two good things that you have in your life, then that's good. But to be understanding that you are going to be grateful in advance because you will get what it is that you desire if you choose to. You know, this kind of goes into, now you're talking about understanding manifestation. And most people don't even get there because they're not really grateful for anything in their lives, or they're very few. And so how could they be grateful when all they can see is the lack of the lack in their lives? I mean, I see it all the time. People are all looking at what they don't got. You know, this comes back down to disappointment. The disappointment in their lives, because you're only disappointed because you're not getting what you think you should be having, whether it's deserving them or anything like that. I mean, when you get right down to your depression or your angers or anything like that, it's just because you're not getting what you think you deserve. And it's really hard to be grateful or to be in a space of gratitude to create better things in your life if all you can see is what you ain't got. Right? Because all you're doing is creating exactly that. You're manifesting that. There is no gratitude, so what you are basically manifesting is ingratitude. You're manifesting more lack by focusing on what you don't got. So I think that, you know, as a manifestation tool, gratitude is a great thing to use, whether it's past or future. You have to really start understanding how to be grateful for the past in order to be able to really be grateful for the future. But you should be aiming for both, right? The gratitude from the past really builds a confidence for being grateful for what's going to be coming in the future. And I think that that's something that Neale Donald Walsch has missed in his conversations with people. Because there's a lot of people out there that understand this concept, and so therefore they have been grateful for the past, but they haven't been grateful into the future or looking at their futures a lot of the times. So Neil's concept of getting them to be grateful for their future is fantastic for those people that understand that. But for those people that don't, they need to understand both parts of it. You have to be able to be grateful for your past to build the confidence to be able to be grateful for your future. And that's it.